Alright, what's up cyclists? I got a great segment and ride for you today. This is the Redlands Classic Oak Glen finish climb, and it's called that because the Redlands Classic, for a number of years, one of their road races ended up here at the top of it. And so what they would do before is they would circle around Crafton Hills a few times, and then they would head up Oak Glen, and then right there in the village would be the finish line. So I've got this video sped up to ×8 speed because it's a long one. So you're going to see that I'm going to do it in between 30 and 40 minutes, and anything under 40 minutes I feel is pretty dang good. So it actually took me a long time to get the strength to beat 40 minutes. That was my goal for a long time. So just a little background information about this segment. It is 5.37 miles with 1,976 feet of climbing, and the average grade is 6.9%. So you'll notice right now that the grade's about 6-7%, and it stays like that for most of the ride, but there are some bigger grades that go up to 10-11%, and so you don't really notice it a whole lot when it gets steeper because it's hard the whole way. And this particular section that you see in the video right now is a long straightaway that curves just a little bit, and you keep seeing the trees like in the distance, like right there where it turned, and you think, oh, that's going to be the end of that little section. But nope, it just keeps on going. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our KOM to see what we're working with here. So our KOM is none other than Phil Guymond. That's no surprise. And so he did it in 2015. He did 20 minutes and 40 seconds. And you could see that since then, there's been a few people who have gotten close, within seconds actually, but nobody has beaten that time. So hats off to Phil Guymond. He's got a lot of the KOMs around here that nobody can reach. He seems to particularly hit the long climbs, the ones that most normal humans cannot handle at the pace that he sets out. So if you have never done this segment or this ride, I've got to tell you, this is an awesome one because it's just a grinder. It's just a long, steady climb. The grade goes up and down a little bit. It hurts the whole way if you do it fast. If you do it slow, then it's just a nice, enjoyable ride. And so you could hit it either way. I like to do it nice and slow every now and then, but of course, when you're going for a segment PR, then you want to go all out. And so the better you know the course, of course, the better you're going to be able to know where to put in the power at. I particularly like to get out of the saddle every few minutes just to stretch my legs a little bit, and it helps me get my speed momentum up a little bit, and I try and carry that momentum out of the sections that I stand up on, and so hopefully that keeps my speed up. And you can see here that my watts are mostly in the mid 200 range for the most part. My heart rate is up in the high 150s. If it gets up into the 160s for very long, then I can't hold that for an extended period of time at all. And you can see my speed over there is mostly like 8 miles per hour. And that's what I'm not really worried about the speed a whole lot. I'm more worried about the power. I try and keep my power consistent, and my heart rate kind of matches based on the fluctuations in power. You can see this part that I'm at right now. It's a long bend. Okay, so it curves around, and I feel like that is a mile marker for me. I try and use that as a spot that I know that I'm a good section of the way up, and then I know how hard to gauge the rest of the way up to the top that I put out. Another thing to think about on this ride is that if you're in the winter months or spring or late fall, it does get very cold up at the top. So be prepared. Now, we are approaching the village, and as soon as we roll right into the village, then that is the end line. And here it is. Here's the village. We're about to cross the finish line. And here we go, right there, end of the segment. Okay, so let's check out my stats and see how I did. I was hoping for a PR, and we will see what happened. Okay, here it is. So I did it in 36 minutes and 44 seconds, and it sure was my PR. I beat my last time by about 3 minutes. You can see that my average watts were 245, and so that's pretty good for me. I was hoping for a little bit faster, actually. I was really wanting to break 35 minutes, so I'll still have something to work on here. But until then, until next time, hopefully I'll be able to keep my training up so I could get that time down. Now, as we finish off this video, I'm actually going to be rolling up on the summit right now. You can see that snow right there. So that's the summit, and the rest of the way down is super fun. All right, next time.